Good morning, everybody. I'm back at it today, and just spent a little while beating through some ferns and realized my quail wasn't quite plugged in at the top, so I'm gonna go back through that area. And I just found this, just cleared off the surface, and we've got a dog tag. It has less on it than the last one I pulled, but at least got a name. Looks like Luis Valdez. We'll get that one, sorry, checked out. See you at the next. Well, it looks like coming back through the area where my quail was unscrewed might just pay off. I think I have the first bit of a pocket watch. I'll have to clean that up later. I'm gonna check and see though if there isn't anything else in here. Looks like that was it. Alright, well, we'll see you at the next. Alright, I've had a few pieces of trash since that pocket watch frame, and I just kicked out a key. Just a little Yale. Okay, I like keys. See you at the next. Alright, I just flipped out something little and round. See right there? I believe I have a jeans button. It says U.S. Army on it. We'll have to do our research on that. Alright, I'll see you at the next. Hello, I just kicked out this little kind of a buckle piece. Moves, and it says United and something else on it. We'll have to clean it up to look further. See you at the next. Alright, well, this is a good sign. I might be getting my groove back. I still at this hole where I found that little buckle. Chased out a couple of little other bits and pieces, and I think I now know they were the back to this, which is a 13 stars button front. So, it's been a while since I pulled the 13 stars when I usually pull them. So that's good. Alright, see you at the next. Should have just left the camera rolling. I did another check around where I found that 13 stars and just kicked this out. So, it's the second dog tag for the day. Well, this one looks blank. That's a little strange. Definitely a dog tag. It's got the notch, but there's nothing pressed into it. Huh. I'll have to clean that off. See what that's about. Interesting. Alright, before I leave this time, let's check around more. And there's still more. Got a root here with something under it. You guys are off camera. Alright, I think that's just this piece here. And we'll have to clean it up and see what it is. Alright, I'm going to turn you guys off and check this again. Okay, not entirely sure what I've got going on here, but I've been in that hole where I found the 13 stars and the blank dog tag, and I'm pulling out all kinds of little bits. I think broken buckles is a lot of it. So we'll have to get this cleaned up when I get home. I'm going to keep checking the area and get as much of it as I can. I've got something round I've kicked out here. Let's see what it is. That's a Carl disc. Ooh, nice and shiny. And this is another Coastal Artillery. That'll clean up nice. And actually, it sounded like there was more than one. Good signal in here. So let's check it again. That must have been it. All right, we'll get that cleaned up for you later. Hello, I just pulled this out. I think we got a nice little buckle, which I have a lot of buckles today. That little hole I was digging in. Ooh, this has got some gilt in it. It's nice. We're having a buckle day. Apparently soldiers took their pants off in the woods a lot. Something like that. I don't know. Alright, I'll get this cleaned up. I'm just a couple of inches away from where I dug that last buckle, and look at that. Got another one, and it's just as guilty. So, some type of a bag or something was left here, maybe? I don't know. It's interesting. I'm going to stick around this area for a while. Maybe I can find some coins or something that were in their pockets. That would be nice. So I made that comment about the soldiers not keeping their pants on in the woods, and well, I may just have found part of the reason why. I don't know about the age of this, but it looks about the size I've seen in the books of what they gave GIs. And we have a condom here, still in case. So I'll clean that up, but that might explain why I'm finding so many belt buckles. Hello everybody, I'm here with my wrap up for March 26th. I only got out the one day this weekend. I was in Utah for work earlier in the week and flew back late Friday night and just kind of took Saturday to myself. But got out today, so this is all of it for today. First thing that I got was a Peters Trap Load 12 gauge shotgun shell. Got a 38 special cartridge. Whole bunch of blank cartridges. They're just not really cleaning up. They're going to stay crusty. Bunch of other cartridge shells, most of them from 45. A can opener. Bunch of little bits. This looks like a modern lock piece. And then I was in an area where you saw me pull out a blank dog tag that had a bunch of buttons and things. And then while I was digging in that, my fellow detectorists kind of were all talking, so I went up and joined them and caught up on what they had found with the intention of coming back to that hole. And then when I turned around and came back to it, I think I actually ended up in a different spot because some of this stuff came out more burnt looking, and that was the second spot. So I'll have to go back and see if I can find the original place I was in and see what more might be there. But you can see just all kinds of little fasteners and rivets, and I think one of these is a piece off of a shoe where you kind of loop the lace around. Just all kinds of things. These, I believe, would have 2 holes and a rope would come through them. This looks like the end of a belt piece, just the metal piece to help you guide it. My keys. I think this is my first skeleton key, but you can see it is just trashed. I actually put it in electrolysis for a little while. That is where I snapped it, but that told me that it is also hollow. See if I can get that for focus here. So I do think it is a skeleton key. It's just not a pretty one. So it won't be going in any fancy cases or anything for me. Then the buckles, and you can see the difference here between the second hole and the first hole, where I was digging out all kinds of buckles. Things were a lot cleaner in that first area. 13 in total, all different styles. This little one says something like United Captain, maybe? I'll have to keep looking at that one. More buckles, the big solid brass captain or officers webbing belt buckles, 2 of those. Yeah, just a buckle day. And then I also got these 2 here, same area, same hole but different from the rest of these. And I think these came off of shoes. There were shoes in World War II that for some reason they had like an extra part that ran up the ankle and it was removable, and because of the way these have this little attachment point on them, and to have 2 of them, I think they were part of that extra cuff piece. I'll put up a picture here next to them if I can. But so I think that's what those are. And then I got into trouser buttons. So I got this tin US Army button with the stars, a 13 stars trouser button. And then this one, which I have not pulled out before, you can see it has got a wreath design on it with a ribbon on one end and stars on the other end. And that is apparently a lesser used button for the herringbone tweed uniforms. And between all of these buckles and these trouser buttons, it does not surprise me that I then found a World War II era condom. So obviously the soldiers were not entirely staying in their pants, which might explain why I have so much. But hey, great for me to find it now. And very interesting piece of history there. And I got my first blank dog tag. A couple other people I know have pulled these out, and the metal does not seem as good on this one as it has with all the other dog tags I've pulled. When they're embossed, they come out much better. So I don't know if this was on equipment or something. But yeah, it's just a little more rough than they typically look. But I got this good dog tag. Came out really nice and clean. Got their tetanus shot in 46. So I'll do some looking up on that one. Pocket watch ring. You know, one of these days I'll find a full pocket watch. Just wasn't going to be today. No markings anywhere on it or in it, and it is obviously just coated. You can see the copper or tin or whatever coming through there. So not anything too fancy, but hey, I don't have a lot of those. And then last but not least is the collar disc button that I got. Coastal Artillery, so that's the second one of these, but this one's nice and got a lot of gold gilt on it. Missing the back pieces, still sharp and pointy though. So that was my day out detecting, and a lot of items for a long day, but had fun, and I hope you're all out digging it.